put kettle on. I've got any water. I'm gonna get some water. Back in a sec. Hello! I'm here. I was just getting water. So unprepared this afternoon. Forgot all about it being Sunday. Ugh. Oh dear. How is everybody? All good? Back in a sec. I'm just going to go and shut my door. I've just lit my fire. I'm so unprepared. I'm back. Oh, dear. Welcome. Okay. Well, good. Right. What am I doing? I'm making a coffee. That's what I'm doing. What have I been doing? Well, I wasn't at the car boot this morning because it wasn't rained off, but it wasn't very good. So, not much to report there. So where we are with the tool workshop tool giveaway thing is I've still got £84 to spend. So I've only spent 16 quid on tools. That's how much I've spent. So I will be giving these tools away to any of you. If there's people out there that think they can't do these sorts of things, these bird boxes, or you know, the things that I make, the things that I do, I'm going to change my workshop around and show that you can buy the tools for less than 100 quid. Basically, I bought myself a mitre saw, a drill, a sander. What else have I got? A jigsaw, and I'll replace my tools with them tools. And I'll be honest, the car boot. I mean, I'll just grab the sander. In fact, there's the sander that I bought from the car boot. It says it's a 4-in-1, which, I mean, a 4-in-1 what? Or just a 4-in-1 sander. But I did buy some pads for it. So I got these off Amazon, pack off Amazon for this sander. I have got the dust collector, if I can fucking find it. There it is. So I've got a dust collector. That goes on there. Right. Have a look at these pads. Let's move it down a bit so you can see. There we go. Hello. Good day. Good morning. Interesting. Strange. Okay. So yes, this. That was my last purchase from the car boot. It was £1, just £1. Oh, okay. You can use it as an isolating tool. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's got 3-in-1 there, look. So basically, yeah, I bought it for £1. The guy said it worked. I believed him, and it does. So I bought these pads. I don't know how much they were actually. I think they're about £7 for a big, massive pack. I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect the pack to be that big. But when I give away the tools, I will give away all the bits and pieces like this as well that I bought for the sander. And if I get a grinder and things like that, I'll give away the yeah, basically. That bit's lost its Velcro, that part there, so I need to add some Velcro to that. However, it sticks on all right. So yeah, what else do I need? So I'll plug this in, try this, and do a bit of sanding, just to show that it all works okay. You know what, out of all fucking plugs I've got around here, where's that room? Okay. I'll tell you what I want to do. Here a minute. Let's do that a bit of a time. So it works okay, all good. So let me just blow my fire because I'm going to get smoked out in a minute. Right. So yes, I'm going to be giving away the tools at some point. Let me show you how smoke out. Let me open the door. I've just lit my fire. So once I've made my workshop less smoky to start off with, I will give away the tools that I bought for cheap at the car boot, or well, at the minute I've only bought them from the car boot, but everything that I've bought seems to be decent. So we've got the sander that I paid £1 for. I paid more for the fucking sanding discs than I did for the actual sander itself. So that was £1. I paid £3 for the drill. Paid £3.50 for the jigsaw. I also got another jigsaw as well. That was, I think that was £3. That was just sort of came in with the deal. A little box plane for 50p. They come in handy. So I think I spent 16 quid. 16 quid on tools, and you can make things like this. I actually made the front of a bird box a couple of weeks ago. You can have a look, it's on my channel. And I've got to review as well this. So what it is if you've got double doors, it's a magnet. So it keeps the other door shut. As you open the other door, it'll keep that one closed, and obviously you haven't need to latch it or anything like that. So I've got to, comes from Direct Door Handles. I'm yet to use it. I'm going to actually put it on my wardrobe upstairs, so I will be reviewing that. But take a look at Direct Door Handles website. They've got loads on there. It does what it says on the tin, a lot of handles and hinges and things like that. But ultimately, I can't find them any cheaper. And these, they look really well made, so I'm intrigued with this. And to be fair, I know the magnet's pretty strong because it's sticking everything to it. So yeah, go and check them out, and I will be doing a review on them, so stay tuned for that. What else have I got coming up? Oh yeah, I did some paintings with ashes from a dead cat. So yeah, I'll show you. What do you reckon? That should be interesting because that's got dead cat in it. Yeah, thank you. Masterpiece, that, isn't it? Look, all I did was splatter some paint on it. But the idea was you could use ashes from a dead cat or a person or whatever and put it in a painting. It just came to me because my wife's cat died and she wanted something to remember her by, and I says, well, I'll tell you what, I'm not an artist, but if you just give me a tiny little bit of ashes, and I made a little painting. And let's face facts, I probably could have used better colours, but I didn't. So that's actually got dead cat in it. But it's, you know what, the thing is, it's the idea, right? It's the idea that counts, isn't it? So if you want, I'm no artist, as you can tell, right? I just came out, I bought a pack of these from Home Bargains. £4. £4? Yeah, I think they were £4 for some little canvases. And I did a bit of a splatter painting with my wife's dead cat. Like I say, it's no masterpiece, but I've done that one just to show that it can be done. And again, look, just flicking and splattering. I mean, what's this? Is it Jackson Pollock? He does all that, doesn't he? The splattering. And it's art is in the eye of the beholder. So use what colours you want. If you're not artistic, in fact, my mother-in-law is a good artist, so I should have got her to do a painting really. But there is bits of my wife's dead cat in that, so that's awesome. I've done another one as well, using Grandad's sawdust. I cut a tree down, and you can probably see. Yeah, you can see the grains. I used the sawdust from my granddad's tree. He's 90. Hello Graham, if you're watching. He does watch, regular. So this is your painting because it's actually got your sawdust in from your tree. And that, yeah, there you go. Look. It's just an idea. And the thing is, you know what, if you ran with this idea and started a business saying that you could create art from ashes, people did it with the diamonds, and I looked into the whole diamond ashes thing. I'm pretty sure you can put ashes, you can make a mixture and pour it into like a glass mixture, but ultimately you can't turn ashes into diamonds. You can't do that. But so be aware, just be on the lookout for any scam artists. You don't want to be giving away ashes and them not actually use them, or you're getting scammed or whatever. But ultimately, you know, I just wanted to do that one with sawdust because, again, it's just a keepsake. It was an idea. It was an idea that I have, and I have these ideas, and this was the idea behind the channel. I could do the channel, and I could pour my brain out onto YouTube, and I apologise for that if you don't like what I do. But ultimately, this is what I do. So when people come on and they say, oh, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, or they struggle making content, I desperately don't struggle making content because this is what I do. Stupid shit like this. And if you do stupid shit like me, fucking, I'll show you another one that I'm doing. I have stupid ideas. So I took all the insides out of this. I'm good. How are you? All the insides out of this. It's my daughter's little projector thing because I wanted the laser beam. Fucking idiot. Where's the... Here we go. I'll plug it in for you. Because I'm an idiot. Good afternoon. How are we? What are we all doing today? It's a bit of a shitty day, to be honest. The car boot was on, like I say, but it wasn't... Do you know what? It's nice to have people to talk to. I do like my alone time. I do. This is my little... This is my safe haven. This is where I come to do my stupid experiments. Do you know, like... I mean, I'm 45, right? I had to think then. I'm 45. I know I look older. It's my beard. And this is where I come. I think of a workshop and like a laboratory. And I come round and I do stupid things because I can. And... it's, why not? See, there's my laser. Can you see it? There. So I wanted the laser out of it. There it is. Dead powerful as well. So, why does it keep going off? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Why, you want to come and say hello? Come and say hello. This is my son, Tommy. Just say who you think's better looking. Come here, Tommy. 101 people on, look, there you are.
Oh, you're right.
So you're, fucking hell, how old are you?
20.
20?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. What have you been doing? Golfing?
Golfing.
Son's been golfing. Been had your tyres fixed as well?
Yeah.
Good.
One golf as well.
140 fucking 2 people, come back. 142 people.
Yeah, that's good, that is.
It's just jumped up. Now you need to say hello to the other 42 people.
You're right.
I'm just showing you my stupid things that I do around here.
Yeah.
And you do around here.
Yeah.
And we just do stupid experiments and things. And is that yours?
Yeah, spare leg off my job.
So my son does groundwork. You've just done a fencing job, haven't you?
Yeah.
Have you got a YouTube channel? Thinking about it.
No, I've got my Facebook, haven't I? But
Facebook. What is it on Facebook?
I've got a page that's TW Services.
TW Services on Facebook. Check it out. It's my son, and he does groundwork, and you'll go in the local area at the minute. Aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
But
yeah.
worth checking out. Another little plug for you. You
Yeah,
can
yeah, cheers.
give me some money for that when you get some work from it. Hey, dude. Right, what else am I talking about to my 100 people that are on? So yeah, I pulled this out of that, and I got myself a laser. So I'm going to try and see what sort of distance that goes. Love the paintings. Oh mate, honestly, listen again. Let me grab them again. Look, I mean, I'm actually quite proud of that. I mean, I know you probably think it's shit, but it has actually got my wife's ashes, my wife's dead cat's ashes in it. I don't know if you can see them actually. Oh, you can. There is a few, yeah. Some speckles on there. And I lacquered it, so I spray lacquered it. I'll get the spray lacquer. I'll put my little signature at the bottom, look, out of a chalk pen. After it had dried, because what I did was that's the lacquer that I used, and I just basically hazed it over with the lacquer, so any particles or anything that was in there obviously can't drop out. So it sealed it in forever. Now again, I'm not the best artist in the world. That's probably my extent. The drip art is probably the extent of what I can do. I did Grandad's one as well, like I said before, using some sawdust. You can see them, and again I just give it a quick lacquer, put my little signature on the bottom and a number 2 on the back. Do you know what's an idea? I don't. The idea with doing what I'm doing is just to give some ideas for a bit of fun. Life's a bit too fucking serious. But which one do you like? The other one? Yeah, I think Grandad's one's better, isn't it? I think that one's better. Do you know, if you watch the short, I actually dropped it. That's the reason why the white was splodged. If you watch a short on YouTube, I was banging it. What did I do? Yeah, I sort of got it that way. I think I was banging it so it sort of dripped down, and I dropped it and it sort of splattered, but it worked. And you know what? It is. Yeah, you did see. But yes, better. And the thing is, I've got some different colours, and again, these were from Home Bargains. They're 99 pence from Home Bargains. Look, this channel doesn't pay me a penny. I don't get sponsored. Fucking hell. I don't get sponsored or paid. It actually costs me money because I try and think of ideas and things to do, but it's what I do anyway. It's the only things I was going to do. This is what I was going to do. Why was I digging this out? Because I wanted the laser out of it. I don't really know. 45 years old, I should probably grow up. But, no, let's see, do it over there, look. Yeah, I should probably grow up, but I just wanted the laser out of it. Yeah, that put on me. There you go. So, yeah. So I'm messing about with that. What else have I got on the go? So I've got the tools there on the go. Oh, yeah. Right, what do you think to this? Anyone might be able to help me out. With 113 people on it, I hope to think there are some people that might be able to help me out. So, this was part of a fire extinguisher. Let me get the other part. Okay. Right. So, this... So what do I do with the pallets? Well, this minute in time, do you know what? I haven't done anything. If I'm perfectly honest, I'm unsure whether to get a planer so I can do some nicer timber, some plain timber, because I'm just aware with the pallet timber, people make things out of the pallet wood, and I get that, it's great, but it just looks like old pallets, and I know that's what it is, but from my point of view, I don't want to go to look at someone's decking and think, oh, awesome. You know, it looks like a fucking load of old pallets stacked together. So I don't know what to do with the wood yet, if I'm honest. I don't know whether to try and make up some more bird boxes, maybe just like a different style, or maybe some squirrel tables, because you can do them, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure. Any ideas? Please let me know. If you think, you know what, give this a go, or I've seen this or I've seen that. Some planters. I think I'm going to do some planters for outside the house. So I've definitely got some pallet wood I could do with some more pallet wood ideas. So anything you can come up with, Ace. Yeah, so this, just for a second, just if I can grab you for a second. I'm thinking, I bought this from the car boot and it was actually empty. I knew it was empty. I just didn't have the heart to tell the ladies that I bought it from. So what I did is I cut it and I made this. I was going to make a little fire pit from it. Let me just put the top over here. I was going to make a little fire pit from it, but it's not very big, and I thought, you know, I'm still unsure. So I bought this. Right. I thought if I can connect gas to the bottom of this, yeah, so put the gas fix in at the bottom from the torch it to a gas bottle, and have this either on a table or on a stand, so it's like a patio heater, and then obviously the flame would come out the top of the this, but it's aluminium, hence why I didn't make a very small log burner out of it. Does anybody know sort of the heat, what would you call it, the heat value of aluminium? I've got a funny feeling it's going to glow and it's going to get too hot. I don't know. So it's another experiment. But I bought this to do it with. I bought the regulator to go to the gas bottle. And I don't know if any of you saw, this isn't the right regulator. Somebody said you need a clip-on propane regulator. So that's what I'm going to order. I'm going to order a clip-on propane regulator to go to the full gas bottle. The gas bottle was given to me to make a log burner out of, but it's full of gas. Melting point, 660 degrees. That's not that high, is it? Or is it? Do you think that would work? Do you think if I put... You know what I'm saying, don't you? You know what I'm saying. Let me get a couple of these bottles. So we've got a few of these end connections, and obviously the flame comes out at the end. There's the gun. So my idea was something like this, yeah, to mount inside there at the bottom. So that would be inside. The gun would be outside, sort of attached to the bottom, concealed, hidden, and then the flame coming out as a bit of like a, not roaring out, but like as a bit of like a patio heater type thing. And I thought, you know what, that would look awesome. Melting point 660, so I need to, obviously, I think it's just trial and error. I think I'm just gonna have to give it a go. But like I say, the regulator was a different regulator. I ordered that one, and it's not that one. Someone told me it was a clip-on. Everything I order, I say everything, mostly everything I order, is from Amazon. I think the gun was, I think it was 15 quid down from 20. I think the regulator was 9 quid down from 15. I always look for the bargains and the deals. They already have them online to purchase. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I mean, I've got a wood burner. I mean, I've got this one. This is the one I've got in my workshop, which has just gone out. And I made this one as a portable one. It's just got a sort of pretend bulb in it at the minute. Let's move that out of the way. You'll probably get a better idea. Yeah. So yeah, this is just a portable one. There's the door. Same sort of latch mechanism. I welded a handle on it, and obviously the little chimney coming out the top. So when you hold it, it sort of swings. It's portable. There's the airflow at the bottom again. Same sort of thing. Yeah. And I just put that in it just for shits and giggles, really. So yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely. And I thought I'll put that on the patio. You can have a log burner. However, what's the problem with a log burner? If you've got washing out, the missus goes mad. Every time the sun comes out, she wants to put washing on the line. So I can't have a log burner all the time. So I thought of something cleaner, but I like fire, you know. I like the fire pit table, so I'm thinking of doing a fire pit table. Making a really thick top table. Dropping, I'm thinking, you know the manhole covers that are quite deep? Dropping like a manhole cover into it and putting a couple of burners in the table, and then putting some stones over it so you've got fire coming out the table. I don't know. So I've got loads of ideas, tons and tons of ideas. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, I suppose I could. I suppose. So what you're saying is, I could convert that log burner into taking gas. Yes, absolutely right. Yeah. I never thought of that. That would work. I suppose it was just the thought of what do I do with, or what can you do with a fire extinguisher? And that was my first idea. I actually thought if I make a tiny little log burner out of this, with its own little door, little chimney, it could be used for a camper van. That was my idea, because you do see the tiny little ones in camper vans. And I thought maybe it would just be big enough for a small, tiny little camper van one. Yeah, I know, it does. It looks like the end of it, doesn't it? And that was exactly why I thought the patio heater. Because exactly like you just said. I could see myself holding that and going, then I thought if it was stood up, maybe up higher, on the patio with a flame coming out the top, it would look great. And at Halloween, not the Halloween just gone, the one before that, I did all the house up. I boarded all the windows up with timber. I put a smoke machine. I really went to town. I had a gallows outside. But if I'm honest, it attracted quite a lot of people, and I'm quite a private person. I know I fucking spew my brain out onto YouTube, which is stupid, I know, but in person, I'm nowhere near as confident. I'm just not. I try and ignore the haters and the people that dislike. I try not to offend anybody, genuinely I do. But ultimately, this is me. And send a link. Okay, yeah, please do. If you go on woodworkinglife@hotmail.com, I can get any photos or pictures and things like that. And I'll always reply to you. I always will reply to you. If you woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. My wife set it up and said, well, if you've got a Hotmail just for your channel, hang on, I'll write it down. I've got it down here. So it's a woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. A woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. I think there's a link on my YouTube actually. I'm not sure. I need to look at that, don't I? But I promise you, I'll always get back to you. And any ideas, any links, and people do send me links and go, oh, have a look at this. And in fact, John, a friend of mine that's actually on here, is setting up his own workshop, and he's not too far from me. My wife's just had a bit of an operation, so I'm a bit on looking after my wife journey at the minute, just for a few days. She's not great. I'm a bit worried today. So she's having a bit of a nap, and a woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. And I promise, like I say, I'll definitely get back to you. Any ideas? And again, like I say, this is what I do. And no, it's not always interesting, but it's just that this is me. This is my life. This is my little workshop that I work in. Literally, it's 2 meters wide by 7 meters long. I come round here. I've got epilepsy, and I seizure probably around once a week, and it makes me a bit poorly the day before, the day after. So I struggle. I desperately struggle to hold down a full-time regular job, because I can't work alone. I can't work at heights. I can't work in water. I can't drive. I can't do this. I can't, and the list fucking goes on. So what do you do? And I can't do nothing. So I make bird boxes, and I try and get some free wood, and the whole YouTube thing started because of you guys. For no other reason than, do you know what? I started speaking to a few of you guys. I put a couple of my bird boxes on, and honestly, I can't believe the friends that I've made. Because, like I say, I am a really private person, and I probably come across a bit of a knob on some of my shorts, and I feel like I come a bit bolshy and confident. I'm not. I'm an ex-addict. I've been clean and sober for over six years. Again, not blowing my own trumpet. I don't expect any thanks for something that I shouldn't have been doing in the fucking first place. But that's where I'm from, and I used to take drink and drugs, and I thought that was the person that I was. I was the life and soul of the party. I was the last one out. I was a fucking prick, to be perfectly honest. Oh wow, well done, wicked, well done. 6 months, 20 days, brilliant. Oh mate, you're over the hump as well. I genuinely, I don't know if you feel the same. That's made me a little bit emotional. Well done. I honestly, the 6 months I felt was the hump. I genuinely, I'm not just saying that because you're 6 months. I have an NA tattoo symbol. Yeah, I've got extra life. I've only got 4 stripes at the minute. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, I've got extra life. I've got 4 stripes, 4 years, but I've actually got another 2 years to go on that. So yeah, that's amazing. And the 6 month thing, if you've been 6 month clean, extra time, yeah. The 6 month clean thing, I genuinely think that was a big hump for me. My wife actually just come on. Hi Kim, hope you're feeling okay. I don't know if you think the same, but after the 6 month thing, you're still finding out who you are, but the urge subsides drastically. I felt after 6 months, and I want to say it's all downhill from here. But that sounds like it's going bad, doesn't it? But if it's uphill, it's harder. So downhill, I think it'll only get easier from 6 months. I think the first 6 months were definitely the hardest for me, absolutely the hardest. Email, bro. I'll definitely have a look. Yes. Yeah, bang on. 60 to 90 days was incredibly hard, yeah. Yes. Fucking hell, you don't know who you are, do you? Mate, I was exactly the same. You know what, I thought I was the life and the soul of the party. Screenshot of the fire heater. Bro, I appreciate that. I do, honestly, I really do. Yeah, I was the life and the soul of the party. Drink, drugs, the party. I just didn't want the party to end. I did everything, all the drugs under the sun, and I'm happy to talk about it. I didn't needle. I did do heroin, but I smoked it, and it was more by mistake. But don't need to go into that. I never pinned. But my biggest problem was with cocaine. It was awful. So many grams a day, it was awful. I got myself in, and what goes along with it, the terrible life that comes along with it. I'm absolutely fine talking about it. I don't shy away from it. Yeah. Weed and coke. Yeah, coke. Oh, mine was coke. I mean, I couldn't go. As soon as I opened my eyes in the morning, it was there. I was losing my kids. My wife had to leave. She had no choice. She came back, bless her, Kim. She's amazing. Aren't you, Kim? But I OD'd, fucking Jesus Christ, probably 10 times, and it still wasn't the kick in the nuts that I needed. I was laying on my bedroom floor in a shitty council house. My wife had left, the kids were being taken away from me, and I'd OD'd on the floor. I'd pissed myself, and I'd been sick on the floor, and I thought, if I get up off this floor, I'll never fucking touch it again. And that was just over, 6 years on the 22nd of February, and I never touched it again. But it's took me a long time to work out who I am, and it took me a long time to work out who I am, and it'll take you a while as well. But just embrace it. Embrace who you are. Like I say, I'm not a massively outgoing person that I thought I was. I'm not a very confident person, which I thought I was. I'm a bit odd, I think. I like keeping myself to myself. I'm more of a homebody than I ever thought I would be. And this is the shit that I do. So I'm sorry I went off on a bit of a tangent if that's not for you. And I don't expect everyone to be ex-addicts or have a story like that. And like I say, I can only apologise to the people that I hurt and the shit that I did. And all we can do is make up for it by what we've got left in our life. And that's what I'm trying to do. I try not to take myself too fucking seriously. I try and do these little projects. I try and put them online. And you know what I love? There's a few people that have come up with different things. And they do things that I've done, but they've bettered it. You know, they've shown me some of the bird boxes are fucking phenomenal and much better woodworkers than me. Garlic these off all the smoke. Yeah. Brilliant. It's a brilliant story. Thanks for that. A massive big up to you. I mean, I've never hid away from it. It does pinch, obviously, sometimes when talking about it, but talk about it. Allow yourself to talk about it. Allow yourself to tell others how it makes you feel, how it made you feel. Addiction's no fucking joke. And I said for years and years, I've got it, it's fine, it's fine. I just don't want to stop. I can stop if I want to stop, I just don't want to. And it was bullshit. I actually did one of my first videos. Could I continue to drink alcohol? Yeah, no, you should feel good. You should feel good. Honestly, I hope you're there and you're thinking, you know what, I'm fucking proud of myself. But it's difficult to be proud of yourself, ain't it? Because you know full well that you shouldn't have been doing it, but you should be fucking absolutely proud of yourself. It's a massive thing. Massive. To actually beat the addiction. You are on such a low percentage to beat that addiction. And it's so powerful. I kept saying, oh, I can stop if I want to stop. My mum was an alcoholic, and I thought, can I still drink? Can I got clean and sober for 6 months, same as you. And then I thought, I want to see if I can have a beer. Just a beer would be nice. I can go out in the sunshine, we can have a barbecue, I can have a pint. It'd be great. So, with my wife reluctantly saying, okay, look, we'll give it a go. I just need to keep an eye on you. I did. I had a couple of beers and all was good. But it started creeping up. I didn't understand what addictive personality meant. And now I do. If I do anything, if I go to the gym, I'm all in. I've got to go to the gym until I'm the best I've been, until I've got a fucking six pack, until I'm the best I can be. If I take drugs, I'm going to fucking take drugs, and I do it to the fucking max. Do you know what I mean? And an addictive personality, I think, is that. You have to do everything to the best of your ability. And sadly, the alcohol started creeping up, so I knocked it on the head. And it wasn't difficult, if I'm perfectly honest. I know that probably sounds shit to some people, but I was definitely alcohol dependent. But I don't think I was an alcoholic because I hadn't got the shakes, and I wasn't waking up desperately needing a drink. I don't think I was far away, if I'm honest. I think if I'd have carried on for another year or two, I think I'd have fell into that realm. I think I'd have fell into the realm of drinking and not been able to stop. So before I got to that, I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying the person it was making me. So I stopped. The last thing to go, and I can't believe, I do apologise to the 100 people that's watching. I am being honest, and I can only be honest, and I promise you, woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. If you ever want to message me, honestly, mate, I'm there for you. I promise I'll email you back. Great idea. Yes, absolutely. A big, massive project. I've got some massive project ideas. I'll touch on that in a sec. Hang on. Because I was just big ideas. Hang on. So let me just finish with that. Yeah, the alcohol thing. Yeah, I just stopped. I stopped in the end, and I thought it goes hand in hand with the addictive personality. And I try not to gamble too much because I can feel it. I can feel a little fucking grip on me. And I do my best to try and keep away from things that pull you in. And that's what I've tried to do. I desperately try and do that. But fucking amazing. Big up to you, man. Yes, I will. I'll put an email link in. Kim will do it for me. She'll put an email link in, and please email me, and we'll stay in touch, please. And like I say, if you any problems, you can email me, and honestly, I'll get back to you. Anybody, any of you, honestly, if you're struggling, I'm nobody. Don't get me wrong. I just somebody to lean on. Do you know what? Somebody said it to me once. If you hold your hand out, somebody will grab it. I promise you, I'll be there. I promise you. And mentally. Now you've got the mental side of it, and it's fucking tough, mate. It is tough. Not every day's rosy, and you know that. You know after as long as you've been clean and sober, not every day's rosy, and the mental side of it is tough. And only the end of last year was the last time I properly lost my temper, and my wife will back this up. I wasn't. When I lost my temper, I lost my temper. I'd punch walls, I'd throw things, and that's not a good colour on anybody. And me saying I don't take myself too seriously to then be like that was hideous. I hated it. And I know in the past I'd scared my children from having a temper. And I hated that, and I absolutely hated it, and I needed to get rid of that. So I started looking into Stoicism. Something, just remember the name or write it down, Stoicism. Have a look into it. It's a very motivational. It's not a religion. I'm not religious. The higher power thing for me is I hope that my dad's up there somewhere proud of me, and Stoicism keeps my angry Adam at bay. If you're struggling with temper and you're struggling not losing your temper because you're struggling to find out who you are, look into Stoicism. It's fantastic. It's helped me through some really, really tough times. And honestly, like I say, it's not a cult or anything like that. It is just like a motivational. It's sort of rules to live by, and I can be pushed to the limit now and know that I won't drop over the edge of being a prick, and I like that. It's made me a much, much better person. So thanks for your story, man. I really appreciate it, and we'll keep in touch, and I'll put a link on to any of you guys. Any of you want to talk about anything, I'm here. Do you know what? There is a community of us, and we are here. We just reach out. Somebody will grab you. So big ideas, yes. I actually put on a short. I'd love to find somebody that's making a short film, or I don't know, a document. I don't know, anything. That I've always, my dream job. You know, when you sort of go back to school and people would say to you, "What's your dream job? What was your idea of life?" Mine wasn't being fucking OD'd on a bedroom floor in a council house. Mine was, I always thought it would be awesome to make film sets, and like electric chairs, or like old Western pubs, and you know, things that are like wow factor. The electric chair, the gallows, a full-size gallows, you know, where they used to hang people. I actually made a noose. I've never made a noose before. Not in a morbid way. I'd never done a noose. I just liked, the reason I did the noose is because I liked the idea of, there's my noose, look. You see, there. I know that's probably a little bit morbid, but I'd never done a noose before, and I wanted to try it because I like the idea of. Let me plug my phone in because it's dying. Yeah, so the big idea is, yeah, like a full-size gallows, an electric chair off Green Mile. Google it, it's awesome. And me and my wife went to something, I don't know if you guys remember Ripley's Believe It or Not. We went to one in London. Don't think it's there anymore. We were we were out and about one day, and we saw this Ripley's Believe It or Not. I think there's one in Blackpool, and me and my wife went in, and it was fucking amazing. It was really, really amazing. And there was an electric chair in there. You press the button, and there was a bloke in this electric chair, not a real bloke, a dummy, but he violently shook when you hit the button, pretending to be electrocuted. It was actually shocking. I mean, stand back like, oh, that's gruesome. You could hear the screaming, there was the fake smoke, and it was awful. But I am fans of horror movies and anything sort of. I am going to be doing a Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy glove. So I started making it. I'm just struggling with the soldering. I got myself some soldering kit, and I am struggling a little bit with it. So I've got the rivets in, got the blades and bits and pieces, but I want to make a real one. I made a Negan bat from Walking Dead. That's on one of my shorts. That was dead. That was easy. I put LEDs all the way around the back, and that's actually in my living room. I made a rose for my wife. I lacquered a rose, and I put some LEDs around that. Again, these are just little projects that, honestly, I'm not bigging myself up. I swear I'm not. They are. If I can do it, any of you guys can definitely do it, and I absolutely believe that. What have I got here? Yeah. So anything big. If anyone's got any big projects, like I say, and it's not for me to sort of break out and start looking to do bigger things, but I'd love, like when I did my Halloween house, I think we've got some photos. I'm sure Kim will upload a couple of photos. We boarded all the windows up, or pretended to board all the windows up. Then we got smoke coming out the door, and then I got like a half-size gallows, and I've got a guillotine. I made one of them, all out of scrap wood. The next door neighbour was having his fence done, so he gave me all his scrap wood, and we used all the scrap wood, and it looked amazing. But again, it gathered quite a few people, and not blowing my own trumpet, it looked quite good. You know, it looked better than I ever thought it would look, and it was all my wife's vision. I just did what she told me to do. She said, "Oh, you know, we'll put some pallet wood over the windows and make it look like, you know, you know, all the windows are boarded up." And this is just a rented house as well. You know, it's a 3-bed house, which we sort of tried to turn into a 5-bed because we've got quite a few kids, and we're the same as everyone else. We struggle, you know, and I try and keep mentally straight and sane, and do these projects. Like I say, if you've just come on, that's my splatter painting of my wife's dead cat. It's got bits of bag puss in there, and again, I'm not an artist. I've just spray lacquered it. I put my little initial there, and so bag puss is forever in a little canvas. Like I say, spray lacquer. And Grandad's Sawdust is that one. So there's bits of sawdust in there. I cut a tree down for Grandad, so that's number 2. Yeah, look, Grandad's Sawdust. If Graham's watching, there, my little squiggle on there as well. So these are just things you can do, and these aren't ideas that I'm thinking, oh, I'll do that and I'll charge people shit tons of money. But people will, you know, somebody will come out with this idea and you'll pay 300 quid for somebody to do that. Whereas I come round and any ideas that you guys have got, I'm on it. The more ideas, the better. Like I say, I've got my little log burner that's round here, and yeah, I love messing about with LEDs and fire and everything else. So yeah, that's about me, I suppose, for today. I've been on for sort of 50 odd minutes. If you guys, like I say, woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. We'll put a link on YouTube. Yeah, well, the Freddy glove. Yeah, have a look at the Negan bat. The Freddy glove, right, hang on, before I go then. So I have 2 ideas with the Freddy glove. I know that they're not yellow, but if you actually look and Google the actual Freddy glove, it's got the little red knobbly bit, discoloured, with obviously the finger plates and everything else on. So I am going to be doing that, and these gloves will be for that. Because I want to do it as close to the real article as possible. Oh yeah, the Negan bat. What do I work as? This is what I do, genuinely. Yeah, this is what I do. Because I've got epilepsy and I do seizure probably once a week, it keeps me locked in a little bit, and this is what I do. I try and help out as best I can by making bird boxes and planters and keeping my head straight and trying to keep off out my wife's way, because I know I'm probably a pain in the arse. I know I'm going through a bipolar thing at the minute as well, and if you'll notice on some of my shorts and stuff, I'm quite manic at times and I'm quite low at other times, and I think there's I've always known there's been a bit of a problem, but I sort of self-medicated as I went into, you know, from the place of drink and drugs, and that's sort of arisen and become more of a problem. So I'm getting help with that as well. So I'm just trying to keep busy and trying to keep focused, and if I'm perfectly honest, I'm hoping to carry on with this. I'm hoping to carry on with you guys on YouTube. I am on TikTok as well, but that was just a secondary. YouTube is my main go-to, and I've had, bar the odd person being negative, which I don't care. That's fine. Be negative. I don't take myself too seriously, and I know I won't anymore. I know I've fucked up parts of my life, and I apologise for that. And if I can bring a little bit of happiness and fun and joy to anyone's life, and some support even for some people, then that's what I'll do. Like I say, email me, we'll stay in touch. If you're struggling, I'm there. awoodworkinglife@hotmail.com. Yep. I keep looking over there because I should remember that. We'll put a link, and yeah, and I'll see you again. And what I'll do as well is, if people are liking more and more of this shit that I do, I'll go live again. I'll go midweek or something when everyone's back. I just thought Sunday people can sit back and chill out, and if they want to put it on and see the sort of silly fucking daft things that I do, or if you've got any projects you want any help with, give me a shout. I've fucking ideas coming out of my fucking eyes. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And do you know what? That's so difficult to accept, that because I know I fucked my life up and I struggle with any sort of praise, but I really appreciate. It's so humbling that people have been positive. And honestly, when people say about, you know, you can get some real haters and some trolls, and 1%, I would say, and everyone's been amazing. And so thank you. I'm so humbled by it. I genuinely, before you get me bawling, I'm gonna have to go, but I am so humbled by your support, honestly. And I'm making more I've just looked over here and I've thought I'm making more walking sticks and stuff like that, and man, I appreciate it. Honestly, it's amazing, and I'm there for support for anything that you're saying, and I mean that. So honestly, I absolutely appreciate everything. I do, and I'm gonna stay humble. Don't take yourself too seriously. Life's fucking difficult, guys, isn't it? You know. And guess what? I'll catch you next one. Thanks, guys.